Welcome back. Today, we're jumping into an absolutely epic battle where you've got prophecy, a solar eclipse, and a video game plot all crashing into reality. It's a wild story about a hero who's caught between two worlds, a love that was meant to be, and the terrifying, terrifying price of power. Okay, so let's dive in. The whole thing really kicks off with this one mysterious line from a magical book, the Tome. It's a prophecy for our hero, San Nightbane, and it promises that an unexpected dream of his is going to come true. Now, that one little sentence is about to turn his entire life completely upside down, but not in any way he could have possibly imagined. So first up, we have to talk about the central conflict here, because it's all about this prophecy and a promise. Our guy, San, is trying so hard just to live a normal life, you know? He's running from what he calls the family curse, this destiny that links him and his whole family to a secret, supernatural world. His personal fight is super simple. He just wants out. But you know how these things go. It's never that easy. The big complication, the real wrench in the works, is a girl named Ciela Solstice. The more he falls for her, the deeper he gets pulled into the very world he's trying to run away from. And it all comes to a head when he agrees to watch a rare solar eclipse with her, an event that's about to become ground zero for, well, everything. And this is where it gets really interesting, right? It's all about how you read the signs. San sees that prophecy and he thinks, yes, this is it. My dream of ditching this family curse is finally gonna happen. But he's totally ignoring this huge warning. These rare celestial events, like an eclipse, they're basically signposts for really dangerous transitions between worlds. So now we get to the eclipse itself, and this is where the nightmare just straight up becomes reality. San and Ciela are watching the moon block out the sun, and for a second, it's actually kind of beautiful and strange. The sky goes dark, flowers start to glow, but that beauty turns to pure terror real fast as the world itself starts to break apart. The chaos just explodes. All at once, the news is screaming about organized crime, about mobsters and yakuza going on a rampage. And this introduces a really cool mechanic of this universe, perception. What normal people and the media see as this massive crime spree, San and his allies see for what it really is, a full-on invasion from the dream world by creatures they call nightmares. And then, bam, the big twist hits. The entire invasion is playing out step by step, exactly like the plot of a video game San used to play. That unexpected dream from the prophecy, it wasn't his heartfelt wish for a normal life. No, it was a literal nightmare from a game brought to life. A fictional war just became real. And just to rub it in, the magical tone basically chimes in like, congratulations, the prophecy's fulfilled. His dream did come true, just in the most ironic, devastating way possible. The plot has taken a hard left, and San is stuck right in the middle of this mess. Okay, so the world is literally being invaded by a video game. How in the world do you fight something like that? And that brings us to the really cool mechanics and the metaphysics of this whole battle. Now, look at this. This really breaks down that whole perception thing we were just talking about. Your reality depends entirely on what you know. To the news crews and the police, it's a crime wave. To the heroes, it's a full-blown demonic invasion. Two completely different worlds happening in the exact same place. Most of the heroes, who are called Dream Knights, fight with these special weapons called sigils. But here's the thing. A sigil isn't just a sword or a cool magic bow. No, it's a physical manifestation of your very soul, your identity. It's the key that lets you even interact with and fight these dream creatures. But San, yeah, he's a whole different ballgame. He's a Dreamweaver. He doesn't need a sigil to fight. He can actually touch and interact with the dream world directly, which is why he can just straight up brawl with these monsters. This makes him incredibly rare and, well, potentially unbelievably powerful. And San doesn't just punch hard, he thinks fast. He immediately cooks up this city-wide counterattack. As you can see, he connects the dots between the real-world crime reports and the nightmare hotspots to pinpoint the invasion portals. Then he coordinates long-range support and, this is crucial, he makes sure to set up a defense for Ciela, who's stuck right at the center of it all. And just as he's about to jump into the fight, boom! The tome drops another rule on him. Now he's locked in. For 3 hours, he has to fight to defend this gate between worlds. The terms of the conflict have been set, and the clock is officially ticking. So this brings us to one of the biggest themes of the story, the price of power. Because as the battle rages on, the heroes are getting swamped. There are just too many nightmares. San realizes their current power levels are not going to cut it, and that forces him to make a really desperate, really dangerous choice. You see, his real, true potential is sealed away behind 7 powerful limiters. Think of them as seals suppressing his immense abilities. Right now, he's only strong enough to even think about unlocking 3 of them, but just releasing one carries this enormous, body-shattering risk. His own grandfather, the legendary Nightmare King, lays it out for him with this pretty stark warning. This isn't your average power-up. It's a massive gamble. Unleashing this kind of energy is going to have a severe physical cost. And it perfectly hammers home that classic idea that great power always comes with a great big price tag. But he does it anyway. Ignoring the risk to himself, San chants the old verse and unlocks the first seal. A tidal wave of raw energy just pours through him, and working with his grandfather, he channels it to shut down all the portals across the entire city, ending the invasion in one huge, decisive move. But that price? It's paid instantly. The power is just way too much for his body to handle. His life force is drained, his cells literally start breaking down from the inside, and he just collapses, completely motionless. He saved the world, but he might have just lost himself in the process. So, San won the big battle, but now, as a new reality dawns, he's facing a totally different kind of fight, the fight for his own life. For days, his family is desperately pouring their own energy into him, but he just stays unconscious, trapped right on the edge of death. And check this out, another prophecy clicks right into place, and this one is all about the character dynamics, about his connection with Ciela. As she's weeping for him, her love, her feelings literally pull him back from the brink. His body doesn't just stabilize, it starts to regenerate, stronger than it ever was before. So he finally wakes up, but he is not the same San. His body has been completely rebuilt, and now he's got this immense strength that he has absolutely no idea how to control. After he finally tells Ciela everything, he realizes his journey is nowhere near over. He's got the power to protect everyone now, but he has to leave to learn how to master it before it ends up hurting them instead. So, the real takeaway here is this. San won the external battle, the big fight against the monsters from another world. But now, he's facing a much, much harder internal one. And you have to wonder, right? The question says it all. Is his greatest challenge really the monsters? Or is it the power that's now living inside him? Can he master the very force that makes him a hero before it becomes a danger to everyone he loves? His real fight, you feel, has only just begun.